At least 45 people were crushed to death overnight on Friday at an overcrowded religious festival in Israel, with some asphyxiated or trampled victims going unnoticed until the PA system sounded an appeal to disperse. Tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews had thronged to the Galilee tomb of 2nd-century sage Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai for annual Lag BaOmer commemorations that include all-night prayer, mystical songs and dance. Witnesses said many of the dead were caught in a tightly packed passageway around 3 yards wide after crowds packed the slopes of Mount Meron in northern Israel in defiance of warnings to maintain social distancing against COVID-19. Medics said there had been a stampede in the men's section of the gender-segregated festival. Casualties included children. Many of the dead had yet to be identified, and police asked family members to provide pictures and personal information of those who attended the festival and were still missing to help with the process. Videos posted on social media showed ultra-Orthodox men clambering desperately through gaps in sheets of torn corrugated iron to escape the crush. Bodies lay on stretchers in a corridor, covered in foil blankets. There was some kind of mess, police, screaming, a big mess, and after half an hour it looked like a scene of a suicide bombing attack, numerous people coming out from there on stretchers, said 19-year-old festival goer Chaim Cohen. We were going to go inside for the dancing and stuff, and all of a sudden we saw paramedics from ambulance service, MDA running by, like mid-CPR on kids, 36-year-old Pilgrim Shlomo Katz told Reuters. An injured man lying on a hospital bed described to reporters how the crush began when a line of people in the front of the surging crowd simply collapsed. People died in front of my eyes, a pyramid of one on top of another was formed. People were piling up one on top of the other. I was in the second row. The people in the first row, I saw people die in front of my eyes, he said. Medics and rescue workers attend to the Lag BaOmer event in Mount Meron, northern Israel, where fatalities were reported among the thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews gathered at the tomb of a 2nd-century sage for annual commemorations that include all-night prayer and dance. At Mount Meron, Israel, April 30, 2021. Reuters. Stringer people who stayed on the scene through the night questioned how the situation so quickly spiraled out of control, though there had been concern for years about safety risks at the annual event. The Justice Ministry said investigators would look into whether there had been any police misconduct connected to the tragedy. A police spokesman said overall capacity at Mount Meron was similar to previous years, but that this time bonfire areas were partitioned off as a COVID-19 precaution. That may have created unexpected choke points on foot traffic, Israeli media said.